Viewer discretion is advised. It has now been confirmed that the body that was found in Arkansas is the body of Maleah Davis. And now comes in the part as to exactly when she was killed and how she was killed. I've heard claims that Maleah was brutally raped by Darren before her death. And we've heard reports that Brittany Barnes told Cornel X that she knew that her child was being abused by Darian Vince. And in spite of having knowledge of this, she allowed her child to be killed. Darian Vince told Cornel X that he was receiving threats from other inmates. All I can say is it's going to get worse because they are threatening you now, but they're going to make good on their threats when you are finally released into general population. And now Brittany Barnes, she must prepare herself to be hauled into jail because it was because of her actions all of this transpired. She had the power to prevent all of it, but she allowed all of it. And I'm wondering why Brittany Barnes and Craig Davis couldn't make it. What caused their relationship to dissolve? Why, when this case first came to light, did Brittany Barnes come out in defense of Darren Vince? And later, she changed her stance and was starting to condemn Darren Vince. And through all of this time, we never once heard from Darren Vince. If Brittany Barnes knew Darren Vince was abusive and perverted and liked to give Maleah baths, why the hell did you trust this guy? Why did you keep this guy in your life? I watched this movie one time, and this guy was saying to another guy, fat and stupid isn't a way to go through life. Craig Davis, he appears to be a nice guy. I don't know him personally, but he appears to be a nice guy. So how did you end up with a guy like Darren Vince, a low-life scumbag that likes to fondle little children? And because of the statements that you made, claiming that you knew this guy was perverted, and you allowed him to be in your child alone while you went all the way to Boston, you should be tried for murder as well. This bum, Darren Vince, he's out of there. His fate is sealed. But you, Brittany Barnes, yours is still in the balance. I hope that you are getting your commissary money together, because you're going to need it. I hope that you are getting your attorney fees together, because you will need it. What you don't need right now is that wedding ring. You better go and pawn it, as well as that car, because you damn sure won't need it. When Brittany Barnes returned from Massachusetts. She presented herself as arrogant. And not once did she say, I'm sorry that my child was killed. It is really my fault. What you did was you went to the internet and tried to explain your whereabouts during the time of your daughter's disappearance, to shift all of the focus on Darian Vince. If the coroner proves that Maleah was murdered before Brittany left for Boston, Massachusetts, you might as well get ready to join your supposedly ex-fiance. I have no doubt that the confession that Quanell X was able to get from Darian Vince will be upheld, because it was after this confession that the body and the location was located. So this is proof that Darian Vince told the truth this time. Quanell X, he said that Brittany Barnes knew exactly what happened to Maleah. If that is true, why didn't she alert the authorities? Why did she allow all of this to happen? Did she really hate her child? Did she hate Craig? Was she in love with Darian that much? Since Darian Vince is now facing the old needle, I'm quite sure he's going to tell it all. Darian Vince claimed that he was overwhelmed with the responsibility of caring for the kids, mainly Maleah, because of her condition. Why didn't he call for assistance? I mean, I've dated women with children, and when there was a problem, I called the child's father to help this child get some help. I have done that. So why couldn't he do that? He told Quanell X that it was an accident. How could it have been an accident? And if it was truly an accident, why did you attempt to cover it up? Why did you put the child in a trash bag and dump her in a ditch on the side of the road if that was an accident? Why did Darian Vince's brother get his family, pack up, and go back to St. Louis? Was they were fearing retaliation or incarceration? Were they involved? I'm quite sure they were. Why did Brittany Barnes, instead of Darian, got her friends to take her to the airport? And why, upon returning from a trip and not seeing Darian there, was she able to get in contact with him? Why didn't she alert the authorities then that something is wrong? My ride isn't here to pick me up. Where are my children? Brittany Barnes is a lazy woman. She said that she did not know that Darian had snuck the child back into the house. You don't go checking? That's because you are lazy. And your laziness is going to be your downfall. This precious child, Maleah Davis, she needed love and understanding. But all she got was hatred and misunderstanding. She was abused, raped, and murdered. And there's a lot to be said about a man that has sexual desires for a 4-year-old girl. When a man and a woman forms a union, there is no guarantee that they will remain united. Shit happens. And if a child is somehow formed from this union and the couple still cannot dwell together, there should be some type of stability for the sake of the child. Because it's the child's growth that is important here. In the case of little Maleah, it was her death that was important to Brittany and Darian. Because why didn't she take her child with her to her grandfather's funeral? Because she didn't want to be burdened with her. Why did Darian Vince kill her? Because he didn't want to be burdened with her. It was Cornelix that said Darian was feeling overwhelmed. I am praying that neither gets off, Darian or Brittany. And I'm praying that the people involved that assisted Brittany and Darian will get theirs as well. When this trial is over, I am praying that if not both will get the death penalty, one will get the death penalty and the other one will get life without the possibility of parole. The murderer will get the death penalty. Their assistant will get life without the possibility of parole. The case is still ongoing. The reports have not all came in yet. So we have to find out exactly the time that Maleah was murdered, because we need to get the real parties involved. And if Brittany Barnes killed her child, she should also receive the death penalty. These photos of little Maleah breaks the hearts of many. We're all saddened by this. We just cannot understand why would a person do it. But one thing that will make us feel better is to see Darren and Brittany being escorted to the death chambers. I'm sending you a kiss on that one.